What is going on, everybody? It's me again, Golden Blue Dude. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit the like and subscribe button because I do videos every single day. And don't forget, today, 4 o'clock, Selection Sunday live show. I will be watching the bracket reveal, filling out my brackets, maybe giving out a few predictions. It's going to be 4 o'clock. We're going to go all the way through the bracket reveal and see what the matchups are. It's going to be great. It's going to be exciting. So don't forget to check that out here on Golden Blue Dude at 4 p.m. And yes, I am doing another car video because I'm still in West Virginia, so I have no access to my studio. I'm sorry. Get over it. So this weekend, what bubble teams didn't want to happen is exactly what's happening. Bubbles are shrinking as we speak. First, I want to talk about the upsets. In the Big Ten semifinal, number 9 Ohio State upsets number 4 Michigan to get to the Big Ten championship. I will say, Michigan did make a 22-12 run in the last 8 minutes to make it a close game. But still, the Buckeyes upset the Wolverines, advanced to the Big Ten championship. Then the Big 12 championship. Texas got there via forfeit because Kansas had some COVID issues. Well, they took advantage and they beat Oklahoma State 91-86. And they are the Big 12 tournament champions. Texas pretty much controlled the entire game. I think Texas probably will now be a 3 seed. That was a big win for the Longhorns. Georgia Tech beats Florida State in the ACC championship 80-75. Florida State came in number 15 in the nation, but Georgia Tech came in the game off of 9 straight wins. The Yellow Jackets have not lost a game since February 12th. They are on fire. Look out for the Yellow Jackets. They could do some real damage in the big dance as the ACC champions. And what about the Cinderella story of Grand Canyon? They win their first WAC championship and get their first NCAA tournament bid, beating New Mexico State in the WAC championship game, 74-56. And the way this team wins is defense. They're second in the nation in allowing their opponents field goal percentage. They only allow about 37.7% of shots from their opponents to go in. They have a great defense. Keep your eyes on the Antelopes in the big dance. They could pull off some big upsets. Then there's the Bid Stealers. First up, Ohio versus Buffalo. Pretty much the winner of this game was going to be a bid stealer because I had Toledo, who is in first place in the MAC, in the big dance. I think Toledo will get an at-large bid. So the winner of this game will get a bid steal. And it just so happens to be Ohio's lucky day. They beat Buffalo 84-69 and are the MAC tournament champs, so they will go to the big dance. Cincinnati upsets Wichita State 60-59. They will go on and play Houston for the AAC championship game today. If Cincinnati wins, they steal another bid and another team's bubble will pop. And what about Oregon State beating number 23 Colorado 70-68. This is the first time that Oregon State has won the Pac-12 championship, and they do it at the expense of a bubble team's dreams of going to the big dance. They steal a spot, and another team's bubble will pop today. So their path to the Pac-12 championship, they beat UCLA 83-79, then they smashed Oregon 75-64, and then they beat Colorado 70-68. Oregon State is going dancing. In the Big East, probably the biggest improbable run that I've seen this year so far. Georgetown upsets number 17 Creighton. Well, not only do they upset, they straight up demolish number 17 Creighton 73-48. This team is officially on fire. I mean, they had to win 4 straight games in back-to-back days to win the Big East championship. Guess what? No problem. They did it. They smashed Marquette 68-49. They took care of Villanova 72-71 with late second free throws. They beat up Seton Hall 66-58, and then they absolutely destroyed number 17 Creighton 73-48. By the way, that means they beat the number 1 and the number 2 seed in the Big East to win the championship. Villanova was the number 1 seed and Creighton was the number 2 seed, so it wasn't an easy path. It was a grind, and they pulled it off. Georgetown officially steals a bid, and yet another team's bubble has popped. What to look for today? Well, we have the Patriot League title game between Loyola, Maryland, and Colgate. It'd be kind of cool to have 2 Loyolas in the NCAA tournament, so I'm kind of interested in that. Then we have the A10 title game, VCU against St. Bonaventure. Now, technically, I have both of these guys getting in with at-large bids, but this would seal the deal for one of them and make the other one just a little bit nervous. But I'm confident that both of these teams are in. Then the SEC title game, LSU against number 6 Alabama. Yesterday, LSU upset the number 2 seed Arkansas. Now they got to play the number 1 seed Alabama. If they played like they did yesterday against Arkansas, LSU could very well win that game and win the SEC championship. The Big Ten title game. Number 9 Ohio State against number 3 Illinois. A number 1 seed is on the line for Illinois, and probably a number 2 seed is on the line for Ohio State. Can Ohio State stay hot and win the Big Ten championship? We'll find out today. And then a game that a lot of bubble teams are going to be watching, and that's Cincinnati against number 7 Houston. And you better believe that the bubble teams are rooting against Cincinnati, because if Cincinnati wins, they will steal another spot and another team's bubble will pop. So some very interesting games today, some very important games today. We'll see what happens. And don't forget, later today, Selection Sunday, I'm going to start around 4 o'clock, and we'll go through the bracket release, maybe do some predictions. So don't forget to check out my live show at 4 o'clock for Selection Sunday. That's all I got for you for this show. Like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you on my next show.